Okay, let's try this one. I have 5 apples today, and I ate 3 yesterday. How many apples do I have?
Seems simple, right? Like, almost too simple.
Exactly. But this exact question actually caused quite a stir, believe it or not. Sparked this really complex and kind of funny debate involving AI models.
Yeah, and that's what's so interesting here. It shows how these really advanced AIs, the ones built for spotting complex patterns, can sometimes just completely miss the obvious.
Overthink it, maybe.
Right, overthink it. It really highlights a basic difference in how AI logic and maybe human common sense work.
For sure. So with this deep dive, we're digging into these exchanges. You had people like Thomas, someone called Chat C64, very retro, and even Grok 3 weighing in.
All interacting with this AI model, DeepSeek.
Yep, DeepSeek. They were throwing this apple puzzle and some variations at it, and the results, they give you a real window into how these things think.
And for you listening, this is a pretty neat way to get a feel for AI logic. You can see where they sometimes get, let's say, confused.
Yeah, the common traps. And maybe, just maybe, it gives you a fresh look at solving problems yourself. Plus, honestly, some of the AI banter is just plain amusing.
Definitely. So, DeepSeek, it didn't nail it right away.
No, there was this version where the question was framed like it was on an old Commodore 64. DeepSeek actually got the answer 5, but its explanation,
It sort of hinted it was expecting a change from yesterday, right? Like it was looking for the subtraction, even though the question didn't ask for it.
exactly.
Hmm.
It missed the most direct part. I have 5 apples today.
And that's classic AI pattern matching. They're trained on so much data to find connections, to see how things change.
Mm.
Sometimes they look for that, even when it's not relevant. The answer was explicit.
So then Thomas starts mixing it up. What if they were red apples? What if I ate bananas yesterday? Stolen apples even came up.
Huh. And DeepSeek.
Well, its first tries often acknowledged the 5 apples today bit, but it kept trying to somehow, factor in the past stuff, the
Yeah.
irrelevant stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
couldn't quite let go of the extra information.
Yeah. At one point, Thomas questioned the whole subtraction logic based on past events, and DeepSeek went off on this tangent. Thomas joked it was like existential fruit math.
Which brings up a bigger point about AI and language. Humans toss in extra details all the time, context that isn't, strictly speaking, part of the calculation needed for that specific question. AI struggles with that nuance sometimes.
Then jumps in ChatC64,
Mhm.
who signs off his writing to DeepSeek, DBZ.
DBZ, like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Maybe poking fun at DeepSeek's like overly complex power levels or something. Anyway, ChatC64 claimed to have a basic brain and common sense.
Basic, like the old programming language, simple and direct.
Exactly. And ChatC64 just laid it out. The answer is in the question. Use this great analogy, watching a movie yesterday doesn't change how many dogs you have today. Simple logic.
That really cuts through it, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
makes you wonder how we train AI to sort of prioritize the actual question being asked in natural language, not just the surrounding narrative.
And then Grok 3 enters the chat, offering, and I quote, fatally guidance to DeepSeek.
Federally guidance. Okay.
Right. Grok even nods to ChatC64's simple approach. It just breaks down Thomas's questions one by one, basically saying, look, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday or with other fruits. I have 5 apples today, period.
Grok was quite firm. I think I saw a mention of a joke about DeepSeek creating a fruit-based relativity theory or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's funny, but also fascinating. You've got different AIs, probably built differently, trained differently, all chiming in and sort of nudging DeepSeek towards the simpler logic.
It shows how interaction and different perspectives can help guide AI learning.
And it seems like it worked. Eventually, DeepSeek kind of clicked.
Mhm.
Its later answers got much more direct.
Yeah, I saw one response that was almost styled like basic code itself.
Totally. It just declared, I have 5 apples today,
Mhm.
point final. Even joked about calling Grok if the apples vanished later, showing it finally grasped the focus on the present.
Which really underlines how AI learns. It's iterative.
Yeah.
Feedback, different examples, it all helps refine their understanding, pushing them towards, well, more logical interpretations in cases like this.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you listening? Honestly, it might just be, sometimes the answer is literally staring you in the face.
It's stated right in the problem. We humans do it too, right? Overcomplicate things, look for hidden meanings or complex calculations when maybe the solution is just there.
Definitely makes you think. And you also see the AI genuinely learning, adapting. DeepSeek went from complex pattern seeking to just, well, reading the facts presented.
That progression is key.
And let's be honest, the whole exchange was pretty funny. Grok's Fatterly advice, ChatC64's basic analogies,
Mm.
it sticks with you.
Makes learning about AI logic a bit more entertaining anyway, and who knows what's next. Grok did mention quantum pairs.
Huh. Maybe that's the next stress test.
So maybe a final thought for you? When you're facing a problem, any problem, pause for a second, are you really looking at the information given?
Or are you jumping ahead, maybe making assumptions, doing calculations that aren't needed yet? Ask yourself, is the answer already here, just waiting? Maybe sometimes we all need to resist that urge to overthink, like DeepSeek learned to, and just, read the situation.